How you doing? Oh, welcome back to the channel. Today, let's get into the never-ending Vivica A. Fox and 50 Cent saga, a love story that just refuses to fade away no matter how much time passes. Just last week, Vivica called him the love of her life again, and as you can imagine, the internet absolutely lost it. Fans, bloggers, and even other celebs couldn't stop talking about it. It's been over 20 years since they first made headlines together, and yet every few years, Vivica brings up 50 in interviews, sparking a fresh wave of speculation and nostalgia. She's a powerhouse, an accomplished actress, producer, and businesswoman who's built an impressive career on her own terms. So, why does this one chapter in her life keep coming up, even after all these years and all her success? Is it true love that never really ended, a sense of regret, or maybe just a clever way to keep her name and his in the headlines? Every single time she mentions him, drama follows. The tabloids light up, social media explodes, and everyone has an opinion. And of course, 50 always claps back. Whether it's a sly comment in an interview or a post on social media, the cycle just keeps spinning. Maybe Vivica knows exactly what she's doing. Her name stays in the headlines right next to his, keeping both of them relevant in the public eye. But let's be real, don't we all have that one love we can't quite forget, no matter how much time goes by? It's a feeling almost everyone can relate to. The real question is, has Vivica crossed the line from simply reminiscing about the past into being stuck in it? Is she holding on to something that's long gone? We're breaking it all down for you from the very beginning of their whirlwind romance to the maybe not so bitter end. So grab your popcorn, settle in, and let's unravel the love that just won't quit. Let's rewind to 2003, a year when hip hop was dominating the charts and 50 Cent was at the absolute peak of his fame. He was everywhere, on the radio, on TV, and on every magazine cover. His debut album was breaking records, and he was the hottest rapper in the game with a tough persona and a story that captivated millions. Meanwhile, Vivica Fox was already a household name in Hollywood. She was a star in her own right, known for her roles in blockbuster films and her undeniable charisma on the red carpet. She had the poise, the style, and the confidence that made her stand out in any crowd. When they debuted as a couple at the MTV VMAs, it was a moment. Glam meets street, opposites attract. The cameras couldn't get enough of them. Their chemistry was electric, and fans were instantly obsessed with this unexpected pairing. Their romance was passionate, intense, and very public. Every move they made was watched, photographed, and analyzed. But just as quickly as it started, it burned out. The spotlight was relentless, and their relationship couldn't survive the pressure. Vivica later revealed in interviews that things ended because their love became too public, too fast. Suddenly, she was accused of stealing his spotlight, and the attention became overwhelming. On the other side, 50 Cent claimed Vivica was too ambitious, hinting that maybe she was using the relationship to boost her own profile. The trust between them started to crack. What followed was a messy, headline-grabbing breakup. Insults were traded, tabloids had a field day, and the drama played out for everyone to see. At its core, it was two strong personalities clashing under the unforgiving glare of the Hollywood spotlight. Both wanted to shine, but together, their light was just too intense. He wanted to be the star, and she already was one. Neither was willing to step back, and that tension was impossible to ignore. Maybe it was too much, too soon, a whirlwind romance that couldn't slow down long enough to last. In the end, 50 called it off. Vivica was left heartbroken, and the aftermath became the stuff of Hollywood legend. The fallout has fueled gossip columns and social media debates for decades. It's a classic Hollywood tale, a love story that burned bright, then crashed spectacularly, the kind of romance that people can't help but talk about even years later. And here we are, still talking about it, dissecting every detail, every interview, every headline. That's the power of a truly unforgettable breakup. It becomes part of pop culture history, living on long after the love is gone. So why can't Vivica stop talking about him? Let's count the ways. In her 2018 book, she called him the love of her life again. 50 always responds, usually with a joke or a plug for his latest project. On TV interviews, Wendy, Andy Cohen, Sherry, she never dodges the 50 question. She's consistent. He was the one. The breakup hurt. The love was real. 50's reaction, dismissive, amused, never emotional. He frames her as stuck in the past while he's moved on. She offers her heart, he offers a punchline. This dynamic, her nostalgia, his indifference, keeps the story alive. Every time she brings him up, he gets another headline. It's a cycle neither seems eager to break. Is it publicity or is it real heartbreak? Maybe it's both. What's happened since? Vivica's had relationships, even an engagement, but nothing lasting. No husband, no kids. Her love life's been quiet. 50, meanwhile, has moved on, has a kid, and high profile romances. He's living his life, building his empire, and rarely looks back. Vivica's comments now seem one sided. She's looking back, he's looking forward. Is it harder to move on when you're the one left behind, or has no one else measured up to that whirlwind romance? For Vivica, maybe that love set a standard no one else has met. 50 found new love. She's still searching. Until she finds it, he'll always be her greatest love. And that's the real story. Why do people get stuck on old love? Why is it so hard to move on even when we know it's over? It's not always about the person themselves. It's about what they represented in our lives. Sometimes they symbolize hope, excitement, or a version of ourselves we miss. Vivica and 50's romance was intense, public, and unforgettable. A peak experience that played out in front of the world. Their love story felt larger than life, almost cinematic. Psychologists call it the Zeigarnik effect. We remember unfinished business more vividly than things that are neatly wrapped up. Our minds crave resolution. Their breakup was abrupt, messy, unresolved. There was no final conversation, no closure, just a sudden end that left questions hanging in the air. That lack of closure keeps the memory alive, replaying in our minds late at night, making us wonder what could have been. Short, intense relationships can leave a deeper mark than long, stable ones. The highs and lows burn themselves into our memory, making it hard to forget. Over time, we romanticize the past, forgetting the bad and remembering only the fireworks, the moments that made us feel alive. Vivica might be missing the feeling, not just the man. She could be longing for the excitement, the passion, the sense of possibility that came with that love. In her mind, it's an epic love story cut short, a chapter that ended before its time, leaving her to imagine what might have been. We all do this. It's easier to believe in the one that got away than to accept that sometimes love just isn't enough and things don't work out for reasons we can't control. It gives the pain meaning, turning heartbreak into a story we can hold on to, a lesson we can learn from, or a memory we can cherish. And that's why we can't let go, because letting go means accepting the end, and sometimes we're just not ready for that. Do women hold on to old loves more than men? Maybe, just maybe. Society encourages women to value romance while men are told to move on. Vivica's open about her feelings. She owns her heartbreak. 50 plays it cool. Vulnerability isn't really his brand. Men might feel the same pain, but they hide it. Maybe Vivica's love never faded, or maybe she just hasn't found someone new. Is she stuck or just honoring a deep connection? If she had a new love, would she still call 50 the one? The absence of a new contender makes the last champion seem unbeatable. Sometimes the past wins by default. So does talking about 50 make Vivica look better or worse? On one hand, she's authentic and vulnerable, owning her story. On the other, it can seem desperate, giving him power over her narrative. Her legacy risks being overshadowed by an old romance. Can you ever stop loving someone? Maybe not, but you can move on. The problem isn't her feelings, it's making them public over and over. In the end, Vivica has the right to her truth. Love is complicated, heartbreak is universal. Maybe one day she'll find a new love, or maybe she'll keep telling her story. And we'll all be here, tea in hand, ready to listen.